Bienvenidos, mis amigos. Now we're going to go from making a sand texture to making some grass texture here. And what I'm going to do is pretty much do the exact same thing all over again. Yes. Um, yeah, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and find a nice green color here in the background image. Boom. It's not hard. And again, for the exact same reasons I didn't start out with clouds with the sand texture um, to get this appearance, I am going to also not use clouds. Instead, I'm going to go straight to add noise. And oops, I'm sorry, I forgot to fill it with a color first. I am not smart. Okay. Filter, render. Let's try that again, Tim. It's force of habit. I have to kind of laugh at myself here. I start everything off with clouds, so it's kind of, anyhow. Muscle memory there. Add noise. Okay, now this case where um, it's still set at 10 from making the sand texture, this doesn't look a whole lot like grass. So we bring it up to 50. Notice we got all kinds of colors going on here, so we definitely need to set that to monochromatic. We could try uniform. That looks better. So that looks like a very, very fine grass there that's been mowed really, really short. So we could hit OK, and really, if we wanted to, we could call it done. I mean, it's not hard. And there it is. Um, if I was creating, a huge panoramic vista off in the distance where I'm standing, the character is standing on a hill and they're looking at grasslands extending 500 miles to the horizon, this might be good. I don't know. It's very low detail though, so it's not probably not going to look very good up close. As a matter of fact, it won't, because up close, more than anything else, to me, it looks like the felt from a pool table. So that's just, that's not good. So let's go ahead and run back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Filter, Stylize, and Wind. And we're going to do Stagger. And we'll do it from the right there. And see how now it's moving thing. We've got kind of a, oops, actually, I'm sorry, I forgot a little something. We'll come back to that in just a second. Filter, blur, because it's a little bit too sharp. That's why it looks like felt instead of grass. We need to do a quick Gaussian blur, very light one there. That might be a little bit too much, but let's go with it. Probably should be about half of that, but I'm curious now. Now let's go to Filter, Stylize, Wind. We're going to go Stagger from the, let me show you Wind first and why you don't want to use it. That doesn't look like grass. It's all uniform length, whatnot. So let's not do that. Save the trouble of experimenting with it yourself. So let's go to, hello Tim, Stylize, Wind. We want to do Stagger from the right. And that looks a little bit more like grass there. Might do it again, twice there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go rotate the image, because I forgot to put this on a separate layer like I'm supposed to, and do the same thing. quite what I had in mind. But anywho, I'm going to zoom out, and this is why this is the other reason I needed to have it on the separate layer. So notice that I just duplicated the layer over here. I'm going to go to free transform, and I'm going to enlarge it, and then I'm going to rotate it that way. I'll zoom back in, and now it looks like actual grass. If anything, it looks a little bit too tall, so you can widen it out just a little bit like that. And that looks like grass. Let's go see how it tiles, though. That's something you should always be bearing in mind when you're making a natural environment texture such as rock or stone or grass or sand or concrete or something else that is outdoors, any kind of outdoors textures. How does it natural texture? How does it tile? Does it tile seamlessly, or can you see the seams? If you can see the seams, again, you need to rework it. Okay, so let's go ahead and save for web. Because I never get tired of doing this. And I don't see any seams there. And I didn't even have to do the offset filter. So yeah, there is your grass texture. Now, that is a very basic grass texture. But nonetheless, it works the same. As far as putting in flowers or weeds or stuff like that, you'll need to paint it in, whatnot. Maybe we'll have some tutorials about that. I'd love to get some of that going later on if time allows. But that could be a whole class in and of itself. So there you go. There is the basics of some grass texturing. Yeah, well, we'll just leave it at that for right now. No sense repeating everything else. All right, so thanks for watching.